Hello all, welcome back to the channel. This is me, Next Gen EnvoyXtreme, bringing you episode 3 of my Okill Let's Play series. If this is what you want to see, then please stay tuned. Here we are on Okill Farms for episode 3, and yes, heading into this episode there has been a few changes. Main one being, since there was a new update by Lancyboi, it meant for the changes to work, you had to create a new game save, which obviously all the progress we made in the first episode and second one has it sort of eroded. So what I did was I bought pretty much the same equipment back, and I was in the process of actually finishing off episode 3 initially before the update, but had to go to sleep. Then the next day the update was released, and I thought, should I release episode 3 and not update it, or just update it? I thought, just update it, why not? So yeah, there's been some little changes I've made. Obviously the first one, I'm starting on no money basically. Oh, that was a sneaky spoiler you didn't want to see. But yeah, towards episode 3 I bought myself the TLX D60, and so I bought myself some other tractors. Like I got the Case 9240 again. Yeah, I just bought myself a couple of little bits. In terms with money wise, in terms of loans, we are a whopping £1.72 million in loans, so obviously we've got to make some money up. Obviously ignore like all these bits above, it's just me experimenting, thinking about what to do, what not to do for the rest of this gameplay series. And yeah, first of all, in terms of our land, I did also buy fields 106 and 108 for 129 grand. Obviously these fields here I already had in the previous episodes, and also I did went just to buy this because it was worth nothing, and I wanted to do a few things at the store, get things set up, like switching seeds, emptying carts. So anywho, I'm blabbing on a bit, and let's head to the farm and just have a look around. Nothing's really changed. Just, yeah, pretty much all the fields are ploughed. We're still waiting on for it to be seeded and fertilised and limed. I've got a plan for that, and I think you lot may have just seen what we've got in terms with seeding the fields. I did try to hide it, but for some reason the game loaded into the lease store. And obviously if you're watching this now, that's probably going to be the thumbnail of this video, if you know what the thumbnail is. Well, obviously you do, because you're watching this video. I'm just recording this ahead of time. But if it's what I think that the thumbnail is going to be, if I don't crash first of all, then yeah, we're going to use that to seed and fertilise our crop first of all. What I'm going to do is get this back to the farm. I did buy this tanker, just thought we can place it in a mobile slot so that when we're down in the fields we need to fill up, we don't have to drive all the way back up to the farm. So yeah, I'll see you all in just a sec. Here we are on fields 106 and 108. We're just going to park this thing up. If we can get stopped. Actually, just park it just next to the workshop. So we're going to bring this here and cross the edge. So yeah, first of all, fields 106, 108, I've created a fields for both because they were both grassland. I've did it in an unusual shape, like this field 106, so it starts with an L, then it's sort of excuse me, sorry, actually it's jumping into quad rather than walking. So yeah, it starts with an L, so yeah, it's like a U-shaped fields, but it ends at the dirt path here because I want still space to drive my vehicles in and out to the fields, and this is one of two ways of entering all the fields. Got a little plot of land here. Next we're going to head over to 108. We'll just cut through the hedges. Obviously once we start actually farming we won't do that, but yeah, this is 108. It's actually a pretty big field, well, in comparison to some others, but yep, that is that. Next we're going to head up to the farm, and yeah, just do a quick, yeah, this first little bit is going to be just a recap, explain what's changed, what hasn't changed. Obviously, one thing I did change, we've got a lot of spotlights, because yeah, I want to see my farm at night. So yep, here we are, got the fertilizer one. We've got the Fiat 1300 DT with tracks. Then we've got the Case MX285, so that's producing 185 and that's producing 285 horsepower respectively. Just enough what we need. Next we're going to head up through here. You'll see a few of these cartridge washers started about. There's our Case 9240 harvester. The header is just over here. Again, more jet washers. Got this, our own seeder. We've got the end dump. Is that the 88 litre one? I think it is. It's not the big one. Oh yeah, 80 litre capacity, 8,000 litres. Sorry, not 80 litres. Next, we're going to head through here, and this is where our ploughs and cultivators are stored. So yeah, we've got a plough here and a cultivator for the fields. Also, I did lease this one. This is a plough because with the TLX, if you hook this up to it, you can plough at top speed. So you can plough at 75 miles an hour if you want to. So yeah, that's pretty much the recap. One, in terms with bugs, the only ones I've noticed bigly, which has been resolved, was the the soil composition. Okay, actually, that's still hit and miss because early on today, both of them weren't working. Then the growth was just working. Then both of them was working. Now it's just the soil composition's working. So actually, no, that bug hasn't been completely fixed. I don't think it's a mod conflict because I've uninstalled all the mods, including all the DLCs, because I thought it'd be the Alpine Farm DLC that might have clashed with this, as with some other mods lately, due to the scripts or whatever in the mod slash DLC, but nope. So yep, I left a little note to Lancyboi, so hopefully he can look into it. And yeah, that's one thing I did notice. Around here, this part here, when obviously you can see this is completely flat, but when I was pulling the cultivator through this one, it had like a hidden collision. I'll probably demonstrate it later on in this episode, but don't really dabble on. But yeah, so it got to here. Next thing you know, yeah, it's just like hitting an invisible wall. I tried it with a couple other machineries, and they were fine. Like I drove the TLX, I drove this all the way around this area here, but there's no collisions. But anywho, that is that, and now we're going to start seeding. And when this mod came out the other day by custom modding, I had to use it on this game. So we're going to find the TLX. Where have I put it to? Is it up here? Nope. TLX, where are you to? There's somewhere down here. Got so many. There we are. We'll enter you. Oh yeah, you're here with the line. So we're going to hook this up and drive to the shop, and I don't know how this is going to work. I have not tested this mod yet, but I'm just trying to run this through. So we're going to head out here, turn the lights on bright, sort of neon yellow. Still a little bit dark out, but once it hits like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it will suddenly look brighter. But yes, this TLX, oh, I'm absolutely loving this, especially now with the 48-foot trailer. I've done that on my own personal game saves, using that hand. Oh yes, I'm absolutely loving it, and I can't wait for the next update to that patch with the second modules coming out. Into studios and just crash. Yeah, typically it's not an EnvoyXtreme episode about me crashing at least 10 times in the video. Now I'm just going to head up here to the shop, and yeah, I'm absolutely excited to use this. If we can get the full unlimited amount of speed we can get in terms of seeding, but you know. And I've just driven past the shop entrance. I think edit that out. Oh no, well, I am not, because that is the garden centre, not the Lancyboi, not the shop. Shop is just here. Let's have a little inspection. And yes, we've got the John Deere 1870 seeder with the C850 tanker, and this is a huge tanker, 29,000 litres capacity. And yes, when I got this, I've seen a few videos of it, like mod reviews, but yeah, actually seeing it up on screen for myself, the detail is absolutely amazing. Obviously some bits I can jump through the hoses, but yeah, just the level of details, the little spikes, just every little bit. It's well thought out, well designed, it's not being half-assed. But yeah, that is that. One thing I did notice, in the shop, it will say on the air hose drill, it is only compatible with the 980 air cart. That's the 850 air cart. There is a 950 air cart. Let's go to Cedars. Where are you two? Yeah, this one. This does hook up to it, no problem. But I'm guessing that's just an error in the mod description rather than anything else, or it could be just, yeah, it could be anything. But now let's look this baby up. See, we've got 19,029 litres of seeds and 10,924 litres of fertiliser. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd number, and it's getting down the road okay. And actually, one thing I've got to do, because I did turn it off earlier. Yes, I did. Let's turn the traffic back on. So yeah, if there's any cars coming our way, in reality they just have to move out of the way, but because this is farming sim, we've got to move out of the way because they are indestructible. Yeah, I cannot wait to use this. Here, and that's crash number 2. Now we're only a few minutes into the exit. It's looking good. We'll head down here, try not to crash into anything else. And yes, I just want to see his baby in action. Right here. Will that fit? It should do. Oh, cement truck. There's going to be absolute. We scraped our way through. Ah, okay, no, we haven't made it through. Oh, I don't say it's the tyres that's catching. Okay, just drive over the fence, why not? It's going to unfold this in all of its glory. Let's go a bit more further out. In terms with what crop we're going to grow, I was thinking soybeans. What's actually sound good at the moment, or what isn't? Soybeans is okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's our normal. So actually, I think we'll do canola because that's really good at the moment. And now we're going to lower this, turn it on, and we're going to see how this baby performs. And we've already gone over the speed limit, and I've already crashed this as well. It's looking good. Oh, don't. Yeah, just edit that out. Oh, come on, don't get stuck. What are you getting catch on? Ah, it's that fence over there. Oh, yes, if I do this. Okay, it's not. It's sort of working. But yeah, this field here is way too small, and I have, glitched it into the. Okay, that is stuck. Let's open that gate. Will it push it out? Yeah, keep on pushing. Can we reverse it? Have to fold it. It's not going to fold. Ah, oh, bugger. Leave it to me to break this. It is unfolding. Oh, yeah. I have broken it. Yeah, this is broken. Okay, reset. Actually, no reset because it is free. As soon as I went to try to reset to the shop, it all of a sudden it just popped down. So we're back on track and we're not selling. Okay, I need a wide. Thankfully the hedgerow collisions are off. Not thankfully, there's still trees we can crash into. Yeah, I don't think this particular field is suitable. Yeah. I was catching on the gate, not the tree. Let's close the gate. Right now we should be seeding at 75 miles an hour, not getting stuck like an absolute pleb. Okay, no. Now it's not folding up. Come on, free yourself. That's it. Stop running close to the roads because that's why. Oh, bugger. Okay, I need to go back to driving school. Do cement truck, not semis. What's it with these collisions? Okay, it's caught on the barbed wire fence. Okay, now it's folding up. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do is going to skip time for a bit. A little bit more light out, because is unfolded. I'll go over it afterwards. But I sort of try to get the knack of this, and I'm starting to get the knack of it. Especially there's a tree. Who puts a tree within a field? And I'm stuck. On the edge of the field? Yeah, why not? Okay, that time it's... I think it's folding. Come on, fold. Okay, this episode's all going to plan. We've only done a little bit. Come on, free. Ah. Effing chuffs. Come on, free. Go this way. Oh, bugger. Ah, left the crop growth. Some fast or normal? It's normal. Let's turn you to off because I don't need you growing at this time. Okay, take 4 now. This is 2. What have I planted? I don't know. Canola. Why did it switch to soybeans? Could be the button I've actually pressed, I do not know. Let's get the widest of camera shots. Because I need to see where I'm turning this thing. Okay, those trees are going to be a problem for us. Next, I'll just cut through the fields. I'm not going to try to maneuver this thing around. Yes, we're missing the edges, but again, I'll just go over this afterwards. Do not crash, do not crash. Especially this bit here. This is not really suitable for this massive cedar. Just do a loop around there, like so. Even though we're only using half of the spreader at the moment. Oh man. Okay, we're not doing 75 miles an hour, but we're still doing double the working speed what the mod description says, so I am not going to complain. But I am going to get this thing jackknifed. Yeah. So yeah, let's continue on with this, and yeah, I'll see you all in just a sec or two. Here we are, just approaching the end of our first season with this, and yeah, it's been a very interesting one, hasn't it? Me getting crashed constantly and just now getting caught up in the air. But now we are done, more or less. Obviously, there's dots everywhere all over the fields. What I will do, I will put this back, and then I'll grab the other seeder. I'll just go around the edges, and I'll also line the fields if I can. And then yes, I'll do all that, and I will bring you lot back. Yeah, when something interesting happens, or when we do something else, because till once you lot just watching me just do the same, fertilise my fields, line my fields, cultivate, etc., so on and so forth. But yeah. First floor, should record this because this is quite huge. Can get away with here, it's not blocking too much. So just detach you. But yeah, man, love this TLX. Yes, at some point it did get a bit iffy, getting stuck in some places, but see the over there. That's another crash for me. That's crash number 10 already. Oh, I don't think we'll put this up. Monkeys are it. I'll grab a tractor and I'll deal with that and I'll bring you back. Hello, welcome back, and you can see we did start liming our fields, but That 8,000 litres of lime only did fields 88 and 106, so I'm thinking we'll need quite a bit more to get these fields done. So since lime is quite cheap, I'm going to do a couple of fertilizing contracts. This one is at field 8, so where is field 8 to? Field 8. It's over here, isn't it? I should have flipped on the map before. It's not too far, just out of here, up here. Yes, pretty much next to the sheep pen. Up there, so yeah, I'm going to do a few of these. And yeah, hopefully we can get some cash in, do some fertilizing later on in the day. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn... Nope, not you. This times 5. I'm going to use the tractor for this because I don't. When I was doing alignment with the TLX, yeah, I couldn't get the speed, like the unlimited speed on it, so no point putting extra wear on it. And he's going to pull out in front of me, aren't you? But yeah, I do like this little case. It's a very good tractor and it's very cheap. It is, considering for a 285 horsepower tractor. How much did it cost us? Quickly show you a lot. Medium, all the way over here. Sure, it wasn't under light. Have I just gone past it? I'm just an absolute numpty. Is this one? Nope. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was a numpty. So yeah. Well, so you can get 320 horsepower somehow. Also, you can get different configurations. Yeah, 285 horsepower for 100 grand. Not too shabby. Don't know how you can get 300 horsepower though. Try to look at different configurations. Yeah, no idea how you can get 320 horsepower from. If anyone knows, please leave a comment below of how to get it, because I would love to have is that 320. It just gives that extra horsepower, so you can pull bigger equipment, heavier equipment. That little Fiat 1300, that's just more of a around the farm tractor, so if I need to pull stuff here and there, and here we are at field 38. There we are fertilizing, and this should not take long. This does have a 30-meter spread, so yeah, this won't take long at all. Quite a very dinky field is this. But yeah, I think the plan for the series now is get our first to be debt free. Yes, I could have left the debt as it was before I start recording the initial episode 3, but yeah, why not? An extra 700 grand in debt. The loan interest overnight was about 9,800, 9,700, so let's just call it 10 grand. 10 grand for an interest per day, not too bad, I can live with that. As well, I was thinking once we get this canola done, we may do soybeans. One thing I do want to do is some corn, but obviously we need a planter, and they're not cheap. I need a corn header, which is reasonably priced, and yep, this contract should be done now. Actually, I might have to do that patch over there we missed, but yeah, a very steep terrain this field is. Just turn you off, just so it don't take forever, and yep, that is field 8 completed. Not a lot of money in this, to be honest. Oh, brakes. So field 62, 92, 1114. or 114 should I say, 41, 59, 2. Anything else? 65, 32. Yeah, there's a few fertilizing contracts I need doing. Where's field 2? Is that close to here? Yep, field 2. We'll go up there. I think we need to do like about 3, they say 5 contracts we have to do, then that's us covered. What am I looking at? Also, one thing I do want to do in this series is have some animals, like have a dairy farm. Because in none of my Let's Play series so far have I done animals. I've done animals in my personal game saves, in one of mine on No Man's Land. I've created my own little farm. I actually created 2 farms. One near the shop was my base farm, and the other one was like the top right corner of the map. So yeah, and my cows at the moment are 1500 cows I've got, so yeah, a fair decent amount. Oh, crashing into the walls, why don't I? Sorry, you have to be patient, car. Ah, bugger, he's open outwards. Oh, that turn radius ain't great. Leave it to me to get stuck on the gate again. So yeah, now we're going to fertilise this field. And this one, this time is a bit even rather than the undulating. Well, it's a bit undulating down here, but for the most part of it, it's actually not too bad. And to be honest, we're lucky with our farms, because with our fields, sorry, not farms, fields. They're not that undulating. There's a little bit of a slope on a couple of them, and yeah, it does take. What we say, fertilizer. If they want their grass fertilized, they got to pay us extra. We're only doing whatever crop they're growing at the moment. So I'm just gonna get this done, get a few contracts done. Also, one thing I will actually skip this part because it's not boring as such, but obviously it'll be boring for you lot to watch just me going around fertilizing. But one thing I will ask is, should I run seasons on this? I can change it. I'll do it after the harvest. One thing I probably will do in the next episode is install the Precision Farming DLC. Just have that bit of realism. Even though this ain't a full-on realistic map, well, realistic gameplay series I'm doing, but yeah, why not? As well, I do apologise for this episode. Well, episode's not late. The lack of uploads I did on Friday the 29th. I did get this done on the 25th, just after episode 2 came out. Then I had to take some time off, focus on other gameplay series, do a few map tours, including as well as some guides like the Core Mash guide I did, which I'm surprised that as of me recording this is currently at 2,100 views, which for someone like me, I've only been doing FS19 content creating since like November, I think. Yeah, November, early December. So appreciate everyone who's tuned in, watched my videos. I hope you enjoy this. And this is feels completed. Obviously, when FS21 or 22 comes out, I will be doing more in depth. I do more guides. But I was thinking about like doing like the basic not maps, basic videos of, yeah, just the basics of FS19, but it's not that I don't see the point. It's more that it's game's been out for over 2 years now, and yes, I'm a bit late to the party as per se, but and there's tons of content creators out there who's covered this all in depth from Seasons when that came out last year, or 2019, sorry, and 2021, aren't we? So yeah, what fields are near to us? So you got the 20s, the teens. So let's have a look up here. Where's our next contract going to be? Let's go back up to the top so I don't get confused. I'll just look at the field numbers first. Nope. Harvesting. Do field 32? Yeah, I'll do field 32 then. We'll go down to do the 60s. So yeah, I will get a few of these done and I'll just post little either clips or screenshots of me completing this. And yes, I will see you all once I am done. Here we are at the end of the day, and as you can see, we have been busy. We have managed to fertilise and lime all of our fields. There's a few spots, but I wouldn't really pay much attention to that because they're a bit over exaggerating. Like some little spots over here seem massive on the PDA, but on the map they actually quite, well, in real life they're quite small. So yeah, there's that. But yep, I think we're going to call it a night, and just before we finish off this episode, we're just going to clean some of our equipment. But yeah, it's been a long day. The equipment's very dirty. Just make sure everything's turned off. And yeah, man, these equipment are absolutely beautiful. Like the case, the Fiat, they're absolutely very good equipment, and I do recommend them. Like this case, very cheap for like 100 grand for 285 horsepower, so that's a bargain. And the Fiat 1300, yeah, once again, that's just going to be like a little workhorse. And yeah, we'll hire some workers to do some work with it. And yeah, even with these fertilizer spreaders, one thing I did notice, the lime sprayed a lot less than the fertilizer. Like the fertilizer, I was getting 30 meters spread, but with the lime, I don't know, I was thinking I was probably getting about half of that, like 12, 15 meters, 20 tops. So don't know what it's that for. And yes, this John Deere Cedar has been absolutely beautiful as well. I do recommend this mod as well by Custom Moddings. As I said earlier on the episode, it's well detailed. But yeah, what the plan is, we're going to keep this until we run out of seeds, and if we can, well yeah, if we can afford to buy it, we will. But it's about 500,000 close to abouts for both of these, so yeah, we need to definitely think about it. We could just keep it and lease it. That is always an option. In terms with leasing and the loan interest at the moment, it's going to cost us about 70 grand per game day. So yep, obviously seeing our money went down because we bought about 50 or so thousand litres of lime, 50-60,000 litres of lime. So that's going to last us for this harvest, and that should last us the next harvest. That's why this TLX is absolutely beautiful as well. I do recommend this. Oh, let's turn this off. Let's shut the doors so we don't get any water in the cab. But yeah, this has been a workhorse. It's helped us like do fast farming, fast ploughing, fast seeding. Yes, it's not as realistic, but if people want me to be realistic, just comment below and I will go back to the tractors. That wouldn't mean I would have to lease. Actually, I wouldn't have to lease a big tractor. I can just lower the cruise control on this to 11 miles an hour as it is in the mod description for the air cart and the cedar. So yeah, I can do that if people want to. And then well, one thing I want to consider is seasons, because if we had seasons on this, then all this equipment would be a lot more dirtier. We have to paint it every harvest season or every harvest year, in essence. With the Precision Farm DLC I'm planning on doing, yeah, that's that. One thing to consider. That would help with the lime. We're using tons of lime. So yeah, if, as I said earlier in the episode, if people want me to use the Precision Farm DLC and / or seasons, then just comment below and I will do it. I'll give it a couple of days before I record episode 4, so it gives you a lot of time to look at this, watch the episode, obviously catch up, because I know not everyone can watch it on the day of the release. So I'll park him up in there, turn lights on, and yes. But that's going to be it for this episode. It's going to shut this. Could we shut this? No, I don't think we can. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. If you like to see, please leave a like, comment on the video, share the video if you want to. It helps the channel a lot, and we are pushing for 500 subscribers by the halfway through February. So if you can do that, it'd be much appreciated. Hope you have a nice day. But for now, this is me, NextGen EnvoyXtreme, and I will see you all very soon.